Hey, what's up? It's your girl, MIZS P. I'm on my way to go take care of some good business. But anyways, I have a story for you. This story is about this guy I used to date named Jonathan. And I met Jonathan through a mutual friend, and I had my own erotic group, if I'm saying it right. Sometimes I can't pronounce words, so don't judge me. Anyways, I have my own erotica group, or what have you, where we can have our alter egos of sexuality be on display. Well, he got into the group, and me and him hit it off right away, because, of course, I'm the head of the group. I was cool people. He was cool people. And it is what it is. So we started hanging out. He came to my house a couple of times, and I went to his house a couple of times because he stayed in the 3rd Ward area, so it wasn't that far from where I was staying. I was on Yellowstone. So conversations were always pleasant, no issue. We was more like partners in our relationship than anything, because I had the group. So it was like a friendship, but everybody knew that me and him were talking. And this girl in the group, she decides that she want to talk to him too. Now, before he got into the group, a couple of other guys that I, was flirting with, because I'm the head of the group, so I'm having to make sure everybody is entertained, not just certain ones. Everybody deserves to feel sexy. And so she would basically follow behind me on every guy that I would talk to. But Jonathan was a little bit more sentimental to me, because he actually liked me and I liked him, and it was on some mutual, we chilling stuff. However, he still had his downfalls of not working, hustling, living with his mama, and he was 28 and we were all 22 at the time. So it just didn't add up for us. But, well, for me as his girl, so. But me, I'm one of those, I deal with a guy's circumstances. As long as you know how to be on your full ground and I'm not providing for you, hey, it is what it is. And as long as I feel special and we do something here or there, I'm not going to hassle you because of the cards you're dealt. Well, we decided to, the first thing we did as a couple, we went out or what have you. And that was great. The going out, the dating, and all of that was fine. It was when we were with the group sometimes you could tell something happened. Well, here to find out, him and the girl messed around, and I didn't know that while we were taking a break. I can honestly say it was weird. He was a freak, nasty, and, I felt like he was talking to a lot of people, but he actually never cheated on me. But while we were on a break, they messed around, and of course she hung that over my head, whatever. Well, another incident with me and him, I had a fantasy of 2 guys and me. I know that sounds like wrong, but it was a certain way that I pictured it, because I'm poetic, so in my mind it was way more sexy than what y'all see on certain websites. Like, it was all about me, basically, catering to me, because it was my birthday. Well, he tried to do that with him and his friend, and I knew the friend, so I was okay with it, so I don't think I'm just going around finding randoms. I knew the friend, I was okay with it. However, when we got to the hotel, the friend had his little friend. It wasn't his girl, but they've been acquainted, and I'm guessing they thought it was all about to happen, but it wasn't. My dude couldn't get up. She was on her womanhood, and the guy didn't want to do anything without her. So it was like, why the hell am I here? Y'all just messed up my whole entire fantasy. So he pulls me into the bathroom trying to apologize about not being able to perform anything. So that annoyed me. And it's like, you can't come through with anything for me. Like, as far as like, what his desires were, I tried to meet some of them. I don't do threesomes with females because I have my own personal insecurities, and I have the right to say no, I've done them before, but this one, no. Not if we this close. It just depends on the closeness. So, but I don't do it no more. Public service announcement, I do not do threesomes. I am not into sharing. I want one person out. Anyway, so, yeah, that happened. That was a shit bomb. Then we went over to baby mama house. I'm just gonna stick with baby mama. Baby mama was this female. I got a mad crush on. I still do to this day. Me and her still, we know each other, have a mutual crushing, but we know he's not gonna go nowhere. We're not gonna do anything about it. But it's one of them, you my baby mama, I'm your baby mama, but So he liked her too, but we knew we wasn't gonna cross the line because we knew how it would feel if one or the other got a chance to be with baby mama. But we went to her house, and I went ahead and gave him the go ahead because it's like one of them. I know she not gonna mess with me because she wasn't into girls like as much as I was, and we always tipsy. It was one of them hangout parties anyway. Go for it. It was cool, but when it became my turn, he couldn't get up, and I'm like, oh hell no. When we had no issues prior to this event. Well, here to find out, he couldn't perform in front of the girl he ended up being with during our break, because she was there too, because she was baby mama's cousin. Yeah, I know. So he couldn't perform in front of her. So me not realizing it's dark, I got pissed because he was like, no, me and baby mama didn't do anything. I can't do nothing with old girl here. Like she was a bugaboo, and it just messed up his performance ability. So I went ahead and went to baby mama. Did y'all do something? Because if that's the case, I need to know if I need to get even or, we do it. Anywho, so yeah. She said no, he couldn't do nothing. And he told me why, and I was like, oh, okay, so it is true. Bet. That was another incident. I got tired after a while of us just being sexual. We did a couple of activities, but it was only because I was doing stuff with the group, if that makes sense. And that wasn't often because everybody had their own schedules. So after a while, it was just you coming over to do it. And it's like, well, no, this is not what I signed up for. Then he started needing stuff. And that's when it went back into the same vicious cycle of me supporting them. And so I had to let him go. He wasn't worth it, but he was worth it because he got me through a certain phase. Every guy I done talked to done got me through a phase. So I thank them for that part, but the other stuff, the fuckery, no thank you. Y'all could have kept all of that over there. But yeah, he wasn't worth about la-di-da. He dropped out of school multiple times. He just had no drive, no ambitions, no nothing. But somehow he always managed to have medicinal. He always managed to have his personal needs, his habits. That sounds better. He always managed to have his habits, but never his responsibilities. And that's where the straw broke all of the campers, because he was like, no, we got to have some priorities here. You got to have your bills paid at least. So when you become dependent on bills, and because I was with the habit too, so I was like, okay, maybe, the price should be 50-50 on that because I'm indulging too. But when your bills become an issue and it's affecting me too, no, that's when we can't talk anymore. So yeah, that's the story on Jonathan. We no longer talk. He check on me every now and then, but we haven't talked since the last 2 years. And I'm fine with that. I'm content to stay over there. But when it's not worth the people, just leave. That's mostly what some of my stories are about, my bad experiences. With me being a disabled female, my pickings are slim to none. But even though you disabled, you ain't got to deal with nothing. Literally, you don't. And I had to remember that about myself. I don't have to deal with not a damn thing. Either you take me as I am, or you move around. But it's hurtful because people move around because I know my value, I know my worth. But you can't make somebody value you as much as you value yourself. Alright, of course I'm going to have another story coming soon. I know I took a little break. It was the holidays and then the rain, so I just decided to just shut down. And I got classes starting, so a little backed up on my organization, but of course I have a lot more stories coming your way. And yes, we are going past the summer, so stay tuned. Like, share, and subscribe.